In this tutorial we'll be using Photoshop and a Wacom tablet. So we start off with getting a photo. And we do a drawing of that photo and we scan it or photograph it into Photoshop. Now it's a funny word, multiply. I'll show you how to do that. First we have to get that layer unlocked. You go right mouse click, layer from background, then we can go up to the little box up here, change from normal to multiply. It means we can see through it. So to make a new layer, we go up to the little arrow on the corner there, new layer. We can either change the name of it now, we can change it later, it's no problem at all. So I'm going to change this into the background. I'm going to grab that layer and I'm going to put it underneath my drawing. So my drawing is a multiply, and there's my background layer. I am also at this stage setting up a palette. How I'm doing this is going from my photo that I did the drawing of, using the iPicker tool, and I am picking up the colours that I want, and I'm now with my paintbrush painting those colours in, so I have a palette that I can go back to and use those colours that are actually in the photo. It's the eyedropper tool. Now working on that background layer, I'm now using a dark colour, and you can see it's letting the drawing come through, so you can have, I'm painting the dark background, but you can still see the drawing on top because we've set that drawing layer to multiply. Another way of doing that is once you've drawn it in, you can use the eyedropper tool again and pick up the blue colour, then use a paint bucket and just fill in, work in the background again, fill that all in. So this is just our background, filling in those colours, and you can see the drawing still can be seen. So make a new layer again, so up to this little arrow going down, click on that, make a new layer, we grab that layer and we put it on top. So all these other layers are normal, that's how they come default. I can change the name of it now, change to my painting. So I'm going to use a textured brush now, so we've got the brushes presets up here. So all these different brushes I can use, and make sure that we're using a textured brush because it allows all those colours to come through from underneath. Make sure I'm working on the painting layer there. Up the top here with our paintbrush, make sure it's opacity 80% or less, and then we've clicked that button next to it, which means that on the Wacom tablet I can press lighter and it comes out lighter. I'll zoom in here so you can see. So you can see I'm using a textured tool here where all the colours from underneath are coming through, and we work from dark to light, and so I'll get a lighter colour now. You can see I'm working from the photo, seeing where the lights and darks are, and that enables me to draw it looking realistic, but you can see by using a texture brush all the colours come through from underneath. So going backwards and forwards, using dark colours to lighter colours from my palette. Now I'm making a new layer here. This is going to be my highlight layer, so it's lighter even again on top. And I'm going to use more texture tools, a different texture one. In this case I'll use chalk and do even lighter colours. This is another way of seeing your photo at the same time, putting it to the side. There's lots of different ways you can do this. This is just one way of doing it, where you can grab that and have it down next to you so you can see where the light is. There's my highlights. I'm going to turn all these off so you can see the process that we went through. So we start off with our drawing. set that to multiply, and then we have painting behind, painting on top, and highlights on top of that. Now, using this process, you can paint anything. This is another one of my pieces of work when we're using exactly those skills, and I was able to paint something a lot more complicated, a lot more detail, but it's the same process.